16U's, they're playing at like 140. They're in it too. Our 16U team is doing it too. Yeah, 140. Yeah.
Make sure the phone stays in the gimbal here. I don't want it popping over the edge. All right, see if I can't get a good angle here. Zoom in a little bit for y'all. All right, here we go. NAHA 2025 tournament. Game 6, the championship game. TI against the Minnesota Whitecaps 2011 team. Maddie in net. Sloan and Lydia in the back with Hadley, Gia, and Ainsley up front. Let's go, girls. Game on. All right, puck goes back to Minnesota. Hadley comes away with it. Goes back through center ice. Sloan gets in the way of that shot. Minnesota takes it back below the goal line. Lydia's going to get there. Hadley trying to get out of there. It's a little bit of a foot race. Got a little bit of a wipe out there. Looks like they're going to call that on Hadley. Even though it looked like she got taken out. Lydia goes and puts some defense on there. Violet's out there, comes away with the puck, and we got a whistle. 14-11 here in the first period. Looks like Hadley's going to go to the box. Not sure what the call was, but all right, face-off over in our defensive zone. Maddie's blocker side. Gia goes to take the face-off, comes back out of here out of the point. Minnesota has the puck. They send it over right in front of the TI bench. Defender dumps it down in the corner, gets it below the goal line. Right now we got Violet, Sloan, Gia, and Lydia out there. Lydia comes away with the puck. She goes to clear it and takes a shot on net. So that will be a live puck. Nice shot. Minnesota tries to clear. Lydia keeps it in the zone. Minnesota does get it out of the zone. They take the shot. Maddie with the glove save. For those of you just tuning in, Game's just underway. Only a minute and a half in. 0-0 score. Championship game. TI 14U girls against the 2011 Minnesota Whitecaps. We're trying to get rid of this penalty kill right now. And out there on the ice right now, we got Hattie, Alexis, Violet, and Gabby. Hattie goes to clear. It takes a nice bounce off the glass for us. Minnesota gathers it up, sends it down here on the near side, skates past everybody. Hattie tries to send it up again. I think that one caught stripes a little bit. Violet's got some room. Who's with her? Gabby's right behind her. Nice play. Oh, and Hattie with the shot goes back behind the net. Gabby's right there. She gathers it up. Battling down in the corner. 10 seconds left on the penalty. Minnesota sends it out wide. Alexis sends it back down in. Got a little bit of an offsides there. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Face off right down here in front of us. Emma's going to take this. She has Gabby to her left. Grace and Shelby here in the back. Sorry, camera. All right, Grayling goes out there. Full head of steam. Minnesota trying to come back. Shelby's back. It's 2-on-1. Good recovery by Shelby to cover the far side because Maddie was committed to the right. Maddie with a good save. Good play, girls. All right, this face-off we have, it looks like Ainsley, Graylin, and Molly with Shelby and Grace. Ainsley wins the face-off, goes over to the boards, over to Shelby. Shelby and Ainsley battling. Puck squirts out, goes back below the goal line. Shelby knocks it back up the wall here. Now it's a little bit of a foot race. Graylin's got it. Gives it over to Ainsley. Ainsley with a little touch. Brings it into the zone. Minnesota skates it out. They're skating it down. Well, and they put it in. The girls sort of sliced and diced through everybody there. She had a lot of speed. All right, 1-0. 11:38 still here in the first. Tons of time. Okay, Izzy with the drop. She has Caroline to her left, Ava to her right, Lydia and Sloan there in the back. Puck comes out. Ava has it. Oh, lost the handle on it. Sloan circles around. Oh. Maddie swats it over to the side after making a nice save. Comes up in front of the TI bench. Ava clears. Izzy got speed. All right, TI is going to be on the power play here. Hadley, Ainsley, Gia, Alexis, and Hattie. Comes back to Ainsley. Ainsley puts it in front of the crease. I guess they were trying to figure out the scoreboard and the refs dropped it too quick. So they hit the buzzer. Now it's up there. Huh. Okay, here we go. There's a drop. Ainsley's got it. She tries to send it back to Alexis. Comes back to Ainsley. Ainsley's got time. Oh! Had Hadley across the way. She tried the one-timer. Didn't get all of it. Hattie. Hattie keeps it in. Oh, Minnesota got a stick on it. Alexis is back. She got the puck. Hadley back checks. Hattie's got time. Taking it wide. Gets it over to Hadley. Oh, just missed Ainsley. Minnesota skating around. Hadley intercepts the pass. Tries to tip it up to Hadley. Gabby's down there helping her out. Violet comes in, holds the wall. Does it again. Keep going, keep going. Hadley going for a change. Violet's got it all right in front of herself. Takes the shot. Saved by the goaltender. All right, Emma, Gabby, Violet with Shelby and Grace in the back. Emma's going to take the drop. Oh, fixing the neck guard. There you go. There's the drop. Gabby skirts in there, goes for the steal. Minnesota comes away with the puck. Takes it off on the far side. They send it through center ice. A lot of TI bodies there. Shelby comes away with it. Sends it up over here on the near side. Violet has the puck. Skated in, looking for a little bit of help. Tries to dump it to Gabby. Grace is going to have to turn it around. Puts on the brakes. Makes a nice job. Minnesota comes away with the puck right in front of the TI bench. Shelby's there. Sends it over here to the near side over to Violet. Gabby with some pressure. Emma with some pressure. And the puck goes all the way back. Graylin and Shelby figuring out who's going to go get it. Graylin comes away with it. Tries to hit the pass, intercepted by Minnesota. They keep it in the zone. They take a far, deep shot from the blue line. Grace comes in. Great defense. Maddie with the save. And there's a fight in front of the crease there. There we go. Got the whistle. Face off over to Maddie's glove side. Hadley's going to take this. She has Sloan to her left and everybody else to her right. Sloan comes away with it. Puts it up off the glass, tried to hit Graylin. Minnesota gathers it up in center ice. Make a pass over in front of the TI bench. Lydia takes that pass away. She got two players on her, three below the goal line. Comes out the near side. Lydia trying to clear, trying to get it up the wall to Graylin. Comes out to center. Nice stick lift by Molly. They center it, nobody there. Sloan's going to get there first. She does. She passes it up to Molly. Molly has the puck. Tries to center it to Graylin. Comes over here to Lydia. Lydia sends it down to the goal. The bouncing puck. Goaltender covers it. We got a whistle. 7:04 left in the first period. TI down 1-0. Caroline, Izzy, and Ava up front, with Hattie and Alexis here in the back. Izzy wins the faceoff. Minnesota comes away with the puck. They skate it through center ice. Alexis gathers it up, comes over here to the near side. Minnesota sends it across. Hattie gathers it up right in front of the TI bench. Feet. Go, Izzy. Go, Izzy. To Caroline. Shot just a little bit outside. Tries to get it over to Izzy. Hattie keeps it in, holds the line. Minnesota brings it right back out. Izzy's got the puck. Minnesota comes away with it. They dump it in deep. Maddie's going to go stop that thing and slow it down for Alexis. Alexis gets it out of the zone. Goes back below the goal line. Minnesota has it over in the far corner. They change direction. Do it again. Izzy comes away with it. Gia takes one right off the chesty. Grace battling down over the boards. Hadley comes away with the puck. Comes around the back of the net. Yeah, it looked like too many. And it hit her. Ainsley has the puck, skating inch in the circle, takes the shot, got caught up in the defender. Gia with the backhand. Oh, Ainsley with the shot. Good job, girls. Good pressure. 4:40 left in the first. All right, Hadley going to take this drop over here. Gia, Ainsley, Shelby, Grace. Minnesota trying to clear. They do get the puck up there. Grace gets in the way. Grace steals it. She's going to skate into the zone. She does. She skates right up there. Takes the shot off the glove. Minnesota tries to clear. Goes all the way over to the TI bench. Grace is going to get there first. She's got some pressure on her. Nice backhand to Gia. Gia tries to get it. Oh, that didn't work. Shelby sees Gia. Tries to get it to Gia. And Gia dumps it in deep, going for a change. Lydia's out there right now with Violet and Shelby. Emma. Nice touch for Lydia, driving it forward there. Gives it up to Violet. Violet skates into the zone, takes the shot. Just a little bit to the left of the net. Lydia puts it back below the goal line for TI. Puck comes all the way around the boards. Violet cuts that off. Sloan sends it back in. Goalie wasn't ready. It almost trickled in there. Good D by Lydia, breaking up that shot. Minnesota playing below our goal line. At least they're trying to a lot. All right, they play it up off the glass. Sloan comes in there. Comes away with the puck. Gives it over to Gabby. Gabby up to Emma. Emma lost the handle for a second. She's going to send it in deep. She does. Puts it on net. Goaltender plays it. Goes off to the right-hand side of the net. Alexis pinches in pretty deep. Thought Ainsley was going to get that steal. Maddie with the glove save. 2:24 left in the first period. Face off over to Maddie's left. This is going to be Ainsley's drop. She has Molly, Graylin, Alexis, and Hattie out there. Goes back into the corner. Hattie gets the puck. Minnesota steals it. They tried to center it. It's in the crease. Oh, somehow it went in. Not sure how that ended up going in. Might have deflected off one of our players. Okay, here we go. Full change. Let's go. Caroline, Izzy, Ava, Hattie, and Alexis. Let's go, girls. Start skating. Move the puck. Good job, Ava. Ava gives it over to Caroline in front of the TI bench. Caroline skates it past the red line, tries to dump it in, picked off by the Minnesota D. Grace is it down. She's going to come away with the puck. She taps it up along the far side over to Caroline. Minnesota's there. Grace gathers back. Oh, no, that's Izzy now. Izzy sends it up over the near side to Ava. Ava with the centering pass, just out of reach of Caroline. Grace comes away with the puck again. She's got speed. Nice little backhand touch to Izzy. All right, we got Grace and Shelby out there. With across the front from left to right, we got Gia, Hadley, and Ainsley. Puck goes down in the corner. Comes out this way to Shelby. Shelby holds the line. Minnesota comes away with it. A little bit of a foot race. Grace is back on D. Minnesota coming in. Good back check by Shelby. She caught up to her and got a stick on that thing. Minnesota plays it. Oh, nice play by Maddie. Getting the stick out there, deflecting the centering pass. They send it back down into the corner. Shelby battling. Hadley comes away with it. She chips it up over everybody's head, and it's a foot race. Ainsley sends it back to Shelby. Shelby sends it over across ice to Grace. Minnesota circles back in front of their own bench. Grace just decides to take it. And I guess they decide to call a penalty. All right, so I think this is our third penalty of the period. All right, Lydia, Sloan, Ainsley, and Hadley are out there. Maddie pokes it out of there. Ainsley chips it out. 25 seconds left in the period. And we got an icing. Puck comes out to the top of the circle. Hadley gets a touch on it. It's a foot race. He's got some great pressure on her. Minnesota comes away with the puck. They skated through center ice. We're under 10 seconds left in the period. Ainsley gets some pressure on her, keeping it at center ice. Minnesota comes away with it again. 3 seconds left in the period. They're skating it around. And we had an offsides anyway, and a buzzer. So after the end of 1 in this championship game, TI is down by 2. We'll be right back. All right, we got 54 seconds left to kill in this penalty to start the second period. Sloan and Lydia there in the back. Gia and Violet up front. Sloan comes away with the puck, sends it back to Lydia. Lydia sends it over here to the near side to Gia off the boards. Minnesota steals that. They're skating into the zone. They take the shot far wide left. Violet gets over there, puts some pressure on the Whitecaps player. Sloan playing the D. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Comes out. Violet's got it. Sends it over to Gia. Gia's going to skate it out. Good job. Tries to touch pass it through this middle zone there, neutral zone. Didn't get through there. Minnesota skating it in. Goes back below the goal line. 10 seconds on the penalty. Puck's still loose. Maddie with the save and cover. All right, we're back at even strength. All right, Emma's going to have this drop. She has Hattie over to her left, Gabby, Violet, and Alexis. There's the drop. Comes out here to the top of the circle. Maddie gets a pad on that thing. Alexis comes away with the puck. Tries to tap it up to Violet. Violet has the puck. Turns around. Going in with the full head of steam. Gives it over to Gabby. Oh, Emma was going to come in and line that up, but Minnesota stole it from her. They send it all the way down and deep below the goal line. Hattie's going to chase it down. Goes back out to the point. Violet got a nice piece of that. Hattie comes away with it again. Skating up on the near side. Has some space. Makes a nice move. Nice move. Goalie got that one. Boy, it was a nice move, though. She drove it all the way to the crease. Hadley's going to take this one. She's got Molly and Graylin, Grace, and Shelby out here. Minnesota comes away with the puck, comes back to Shelby. Shelby holds the line, keeps it in the zone. Hadley tries the centering pass, picked off by Minnesota. Grace gets a stick on it. Shelby gets a stick on it, tries to hit Molly. Grace is going to gather it up. She does. Oh. Minnesota comes back out. Shelby getting some pressure on. Maddie with the save. "13 minutes to go here in the second period. Tons of hockey still to go. Then a bunch of flights to catch. All right, Hadley with the drop goes over to Lydia over on the boards. Goes back below the goal line. Minnesota has it. Tried to send it out to the point. Sloan got a stick on that. Broke up the play. It's a little bit of a foot race. Graylin gets a nice touch on it. Molly's all alone. Molly going to the net. Oh! Molly and Hadley battling back there. Minnesota comes away with it. Over here on the near side, Sloan gathers it up, takes the puck, sends it over to Lydia. Lydia sends it up the far side over to Hadley. And Graylin's chasing it down. Comes up over here on the near side. Molly bowling her way through. Graylin comes away with it. Oh, just lost the handle on it. Oh, that weird bounce. That pass Sloan on the wall. Lydia gathers it up. He turns the corner, chips it over to Molly. Molly's got time, gives it up to Izzy. Comes over here on the near side again. Sloan's going to gather it back up, chips it over off the wall. They take the shot, going for the near post there. Molly had the pad down. Maddie had the pad down. Sloan battling on the glass, comes away with it. Minnesota taps it back in. Alexis is going to gather that thing up. Sends it up the wall. Gives it to... Can't tell the jersey. Oh, that was Graylin. Izzy comes away with it. Makes a nice move. Center, it's in the crease. Oh. What? All right, Izzy with the drops. You got Caroline and Ava out there. Ava keeps it. Battling over there in the corner. Izzy comes over to help. Minnesota comes away with it. They send it back behind the net. Caroline's going to get there first. She does. She gets it. Tries to send it back to Ava. Minnesota snakes it out of there. And they send it all the way right in front of their bench. Nice centering pass. Hattie broke that one up. Minnesota with the shot from far. Didn't get through, too many bodies in the way. But they come flying in down the far side. She's going to leave it for her. Ava gets it, trying to clear the zone. She does. She gets it to Izzy. Izzy has Caroline all over here by herself. Caroline's going to skate it in. Look for the centering pass. Take the shot, kid. Oh. Steal. Caroline. Oh. Hit the Minnesota defender in the back. They skated all the way down below the goal line. This dislodges the player from the puck. Caroline has it down here on the near side. Excuse me. I just choked on my gum. Goes over in front of the TI bench. Hattie's got it now. Sends it over here to the near side to Grace. Grace is going to skate it in. She skates it into the zone. Hadley's down there. Ainsley, top of the crease. Ainsley! Oh! Grace comes away with it, looking for a little bit of help. Gives it over here to Shelby. Another shot by T.I. Good job by Grace. Good steal by Gia. Comes up here to Hadley. Ainsley's got it. Skating it in the zone. She's got Hadley to her left. Gia trailing. Goes right through the center. Gia's centering pass goes through everybody all the way to the far wall. Grace with the intercepted pass. Gia comes in. Hadley's got it now, and she's got Grace to her right. Takes the shot. And goaltender with the glove save. 8:32 left in the second period. About halfway through, almost halfway through the game. Emma, Gabby, Violet, Sloan, and Lydia. Goes right to the goaltender, and she snuffs it out. Sloan takes the puck, sends it down through the middle. Gabby's going to get there first. She sends it down deep to Violet. Violet behind the net. Taking on two. Emma comes away with it, looking for a centering pass. Tries to hit Lydia, intercepted by Minnesota. Intercepted by Emma. She comes away with the puck, trying to turn the corner. Tries to hit Violet, it looked like, but Minnesota picked that off. Maddie gets a touch on that. Clears the puck out of there. Sloan's off to the races. She's got a lot of daylight in front of her. Skates it towards the middle. Emma lost that one. Minnesota picked her pocket. Good play by Lydia. Good D. Goes over to Violet. And Violet sends it all the way down. And we're going to get an icing. Now we're at the halfway point. Face off over to Maddie's blocker side near the Minnesota bench. Hadley's going to take this. She has Graylin out there and Molly. And Alexis and Hattie. Comes out to the Minnesota D. She sends it back down in deep. Alexis battling along the boards. And it finally squirts out here to center ice. Minnesota takes the puck, looking for somewhere to send it. They send it over here to the near side. They get it into the zone. Maddie on D. Puck goes to Maddie. Maddie gets the block on it, and it's off to Gray. She's trying to hit Molly. Alexis battling. She comes back with it. There's two Minnesota players down. You got numbers, girls. Go. Go, go, go. Keep going. Loose in front. Drove it all the way down to the crease. The goaltender covered it up. 6:16 left in the second period. TI still down by 2. Izzy wins the faceoff, goes over to Shelby. Shelby sends it over to Grace. Grace makes a nice move. Sends it down in the corner for Izzy. Izzy makes another nice move. Centering pass. Oh, I thought Ava got the backhand on it. Nice move. Izzy still trying to work it back behind the net. Kicks it over to Caroline. Centering pass in the net for Ava. Izzy, Caroline, and Ava making it work. Ava sent it home. right, 2-1. 5:55 still here in the second period. Let's go, T.I. Izzy with the drop. She splits the defense. Caroline comes away with it. Oh, and got an offsides call. Ainsley, Gia, Hadley, Grace, and Shelby. Hadley wins the faceoff, goes up in front of the TI bench. Comes all the way over here to the near side, out of Gia's reach. Gia gathers it up, sends it over across to Shelby. Shelby tries to hit Hadley. Now Hadley's got it. She's got Ainsley right to her left. Ainsley trailing. Oh. Comes over to Hadley. Makes a nice move. Lost the handle on it. Gia comes over to help. Ainsley lost the stick. Uh-oh. I think she got hurt. Looks like a broken stick over there. I think she might have got like jammed up on her stick into the boards. All right, Hadley's below the goal line. Violet's out there helping her right now. Gabby's going to go chase the puck down. Comes back to Shelby. Shelby sends it back down into Gabby. Right in front of the TI bench there. And Jeff's showing Rob the broken stick, so Rob's like, "You got a coupon? Need a new stick, Audra." Okay, Violet with the steal. Oh, so close. All right, we got a face-off right over here in front of us. Emma's going to take it. She has Gabby right here on the near side. Comes out here, center ice. Sloan's got it. Minnesota skates it in. Centering pass, no good. Didn't connect. T.I. chips it up. Emma's got room. Oh, she's tripped. We got the call. Maddie's heading to the bench. Sloan goes for the centering pass. And Minnesota will get the puck in. All right, so TI is going to be on the power play here. 3:51 left in the second period. TI down by 1. 2-1 game. 90-second penalty up on the board. Sloan, Lydia, Hadley, Gia, and Ainsley. Ainsley's back out there. Got stick number 2 in hand. Ainsley goes in to help Hadley. She comes away with the puck. Makes a nice move. Centers. Shot! It's in the net, Ainsley! We didn't need that other stick. That was the bad stick. All tied up at 2 with 3:41 left here in the second. All right, here we go. Gabby, Emma, Violet with Alexis and Hattie in the back. Violet has the puck. She sends it up to Gabby. Gabby's goes out in the corner with it. Gets it to Emma. Emma behind the net. Centering pass. Goaltender covers it up, pulls it into herself. Emma has the drop, sends it over in the corner. Minnesota sends behind the goal line over to their other D. They got in the wing right in front of the TI bench. Violet with a nice back check. Alexis is going to get there first. She's got a lot of pressure on her, though. She sends it over here to the near side. Gabby's going to get it. Goes back behind the line. Hattie chips it up over the glass, trying to get it up to Gabby. Emma comes away with it. She's got some room. She's got some pressure right on her. On your heels. She chips it back to the D. Hattie's there. Hattie takes a shot and a little bit wide. Shelby pinches in. Oh. Comes back out here to center ice. Minnesota has a good poke check by Hattie. Oh my gosh. Did she run into her own player? I thought that's what happened. It sort of looked like... and she did like a backwards somersault. I wasn't sure. Someone just like caught her skate or something. Okay, here we go. 2:33 left in the period. Graylin, Hadley, and Molly. And Grace and Shelby back there. Hadley pushes it into the zone, putting some pressure on. Goes back behind the goal line. Graylin's back there. Comes up over here on the near side. Molly battling. Grace steps in. Minnesota comes away with it. Skating through center ice. Shelby gets a stick on it. Good D by Shelby. Goes back through the center. Grace gets a skate on it. Lost a handle on it. Shelby hit her. Hit her. Graylin's deep. Looking for a little bit of help. Looking for a centering pass. Hadley comes in to help her out. Minnesota comes with it. Right in front of their bench. Shelby's there, playing some good D. Chips it over to Molly. Molly comes away with the puck. Chips it up to Izzy. Izzy's got, lost a handle on it. There was a bouncing puck. Hard to handle that thing. Loose in front again. Graylin kept it in the zone. It bounced right back out. Molly's got the puck. Sends it in front of the TI bench. Minnesota sends across ice over here. Molly comes away with it. Looking for Izzy to get back on side. He skates into the zone. Looking for Graylin. Oh, Ava comes out. Graylin went to the bench. Minnesota brings it over here. Skating through center ice. Shelby's back. Izzy comes away with the puck. Sends it around the horn. Coming over here to Molly's side. Molly gets a touch on it, and it's going to skate all the way down. Ava's going to put some pressure on while we get a change over here. Molly going to the bench. Shelby going to the bench. Grace makes a nice move. Sorry, I'm not even following the play. I was watching the kids. 45 seconds left in the period. Grace takes it all the way back below the goal line and pins it in there. Ava comes in. Taking that thing out. Puck comes out to center ice, Minnesota. Skates it through. Sloan is back there. And Caroline was back helping out Grace. Sloan comes away with it, gets it a little chip. Izzy skating through traffic. Skates it through center ice. Looking for Sloan. Nice pass to Sloan. Oh, didn't get all of it. They skated up the near side. Caroline back on defense. Maddie covers it up. And that's the end of the second period. End of 2, people. End of 2, tied at 2. We'll be back in a little bit. go, girls. Braylon giving Maddie some of that positive mojo. Saying, keep it up, girl. Let's go. All right, we got one period to decide this championship game. 15 minutes on the clock. The score is tied 2-2. TI versus the Minnesota Whitecaps 2011 team. Minnesota had two teams here. One was all 2012 girls, and this one is all 2011. Let me back the picture out a little bit here. TI skaters getting their plan of attack. There we go. Lydia, Sloan, Ainsley, Hadley, Gia. Let's go, girls. I might have to back it out a little more. All right, there we go. There's the puck drop. Minnesota skates it through the neutral zone, coming down the near side here. They went for the shot. It was the whiff. Lydia battling with Hadley. Ainsley comes down to help. She picks the pocket, takes the puck. Hadley comes away with it, sends it across ice to Gia. Gets past everybody, goes back down in the far corner. Lydia sends it down into the crease. Excuse me. Sloan gets dislodges the player from the puck. Gia comes down to help. Lydia's there. Pokes it up to Gia. Lost sight of it for a second. Bounced around the back side there. Sloan comes in hot. Helping out. Hadley's down low to help. Gia comes over in the corner. Sends it back down deep. Only player there, though, is Minnesota. Sloan comes away with it. Tries to send it back up to Gia. Gia's looking for somebody to send it to. She does. She gets it over here to Ainsley. Ainsley's got Hadley. Ainsley skates in into the zone. Centering pass to Hadley. Oh! Ainsley with the steal. Gabby comes in, takes the puck. Emma's in. Violet's in. Emma battling. Lifts it. Goes back behind the net. Gabby's got it back behind the net. Back behind the goal line. Lost sight of it for a second. Got stuck up on the feet. Alexis sends it down towards the crease. It's in the front of the crease. Oh, Gabby had a piece of it, but didn't go in. Violet comes back around the horn. Slice him. Dice him. Takes a shot. Puts it into the crease and didn't get it. Oh, sorry about that. For some reason I was might be losing the battery. Might have to start holding this thing by hand in a second. I didn't get a full charge on it between games here, so. All right, Hadley with the drop. Tries to get it back to Shelby. Shelby's got the puck. Tries to send it through the player. Didn't have him. As Coach Stefan would say, never seen a puck go through a player yet. Or through a goalie either. All right, we got a face-off right here in front of us. Hadley. Molly's out real far wide. Shelby's back. Oh, lost a handle on it. Minnesota skating it in. Put it to the outside of the net. Still battling back there. Hadley tries to get it. Grace is there. All right, I got to switch. The gimbal died. I have no more battery. I'm going to be holding it by hand. Hold on. Sorry, give me 1 second. All right, guess I got to do it the old-fashioned way. Do it by hand. All right, they send it all the way down in the corner here into the offensive zone. Molly's going to put some pressure on. Minnesota turns the corner, sends it back up around the near side over here. They skate for center ice. Molly, Ava, Izzy, Sloan, and Lydia are out there right now. Izzy comes away with the puck, sends it up here over to Ava. Ava sends it back to Izzy. Izzy makes a nice play, drags it behind her back. Goes back to Lydia. Lydia sends it to the far corner over to Sloan. Sloan pitches it back to Lydia. Comes over here to the near side. Lydia skates it up the boards. Gets it to center ice. She was trying to hit Caroline, but the defender was in the way, but still cleared the zone. Good play. Caroline and Ava putting some serious pressure on. Puck comes back to Lydia. Lydia sends it over to Sloan, over in front of the TI bench. She sends it up the center ice to Caroline. And Minnesota dumps it deep into the corner, goes back below the goal line. Sloan sends it over to Lydia. Lydia comes up to Ava. Ava turns it around, got some pressure on her. Lydia comes in to help. Chips it up off the glass to Izzy. Minnesota sends it all the way across the ice over to the TI bench, and it goes back below the goal line. And we chip it out of there and send it out of there too. Ainsley's going to chase that thing down. She's got Hadley over to her left. Puck comes out. Gia comes in. Alexis skates it into the zone. She's in the far corner, puts the brakes on, looking for somebody at the point. Patty's got the puck. She's got some time, got some space. She's looking for the centering pass. Sends it back here to Alexis. Alexis takes the shot from deep. Oh, there was a deflection. Almost in the net. Almost deflected it off their own player. And they chip it all the way down deep, and that'll be an icing. Coming all the way back down to our right-hand side with 9:48 still left in the game. Tied 2-2. A lot more difficult to hold it steady with my hands. I'm trying. All right, Emma wins that, gives it over to Gabby. Goes back below the goal. Violet chasing it down with some pressure. Comes out this side. Shelby gets a stick on it, sends it back down and deep. Emma's going to chase it down. She's got Violet to her right. Puck comes out. Grace is there. Gets it over to Gabby. Gabby to Emma. Emma back to Gabby. Comes out to Shelby. Shelby takes a shot. Glove saved by the goaltender. All right, Violet, Emma, Gabby, Grace, and Shelby still out there. Violet has the puck. She skates it through center ice, looking for a little bit of help. Sends it back to Shelby. Shelby puts it in deep. It's on net! Grace is there. Puts it back in the center. Shelby gathers it up behind the net. Well, Violet got tripped up, and they called it. The girl came up behind her and sort of pulled her feet out from under her. All right, TI going with a full change here and going into the power play. And we're over here, girls. Sloan, Lydia, Ainsley, Gia, Hadley. Let's make this count right now. Gia battling, gives it over to Ainsley. Ainsley circles around, looking where she's at, takes the shot. The goaltender snuffs it out. Sloan at the free safety spot. Minnesota has it. Chips it up into Ainsley. Ainsley looking for some help. Has Sloan at the point. Sloan gathers it up. Skates it in. Checking it out. Takes the shot. Just a little bit wide. Lydia's going to pinch in. She does. Put some pressure on. 1 minute left in the penalty. Only 30 seconds gone by. Gia comes away with it. Tries to hit Hadley. All right, Minnesota's coming away with it now. Come on, back check, back check. Sloan sends it back to Lydia. Got some time now. All the way up to Gia. Gia smacks it over to the Minnesota bench. Hadley's over there. Gia tries to hit Ainsley, picked off. Minnesota coming in. Good recovery from the TI. Sloan cutting through the middle. 10 seconds left on the TI power play. Sloan dumps it for Hattie. Hattie comes in, takes a shot. Off the goaltender's blocker. Ainsley comes away with it. We're back at full strength here for both teams. Minnesota comes away with it. Ainsley steals. Comes back here to Caroline. Caroline taking it up the near side. Gets crushed. Minnesota with the shot. Maddie knocks it down. Comes over here to Izzy. Caroline's getting off. She got shook up on that one a little bit. She'll be all right. Izzy with the steal. Comes to the blue line. Ava. Pressure. Molly comes in to help out. They send it all the way across ice in front of the scorer's booth. Then they chip it down low below the goal line. Hattie gathers it up. Oh, lost the handle on that thing. Molly comes in down in to help. Hattie's got it. Takes her time. Chips it up to Ava. Ava gives it over to Izzy. Izzy's got a little bit of space. Makes a nice move. Tries to hit Molly. I think he called it offsides. For those of you just joining us, we are 6 minutes left in this championship game. It is tied 2-2 between TI and the Minnesota Whitecaps 2011 team. Hadley, Graylin, Grace, Molly, and Shelby. Good job by Shelby not letting that puck go through. Hadley turns around. She's got a little bit of room. Makes a nice move. Almost got it through the legs. She's tried to put it right between the defender's legs. Almost worked. It's going to come all the way down to Maddie, and she's going to sit there and cover it up and play it. There we go. Good job, kid. All right, Hadley's got the drop over there. Goes over against the boards, goes back down below the goal line. Minnesota's going to get there first. Minnesota comes away with it. Shelby gets a stick on it. Hadley gets a stick on it. Shelby breaks that one up again. Grace is sitting there working it. Comes over here to this side. Graylin gets it. Sends it up. Tries to clear the zone. Minnesota holds the line and keeps it in. Shelby's got it now. Shelby chips it all the way over to the TI bench. Hits Molly. Molly's going to put it over into the zone off the boards. Minnesota tries to clear it. Comes through center ice. Grace has time. Turns the corner. Oop, lost the handle on it. Molly sends it back to Shelby. Shelby backhands it up to Emma. Goes up to center ice, comes out to the red line. They tried to put it down the boards, but I think it hit the stripes or another player. Gabby comes away with it. Left it for Shelby. I don't think Shelby was ready for that one. Now Shelby battling behind the net. Lydia's out there. Gabby got a touch on that one. It's a foot race. Violet's taking off, man. Gabby comes away with the puck. Loose in front. Still loose. Still loose. Comes all the way back here to center ice. All right, Lydia sends it over to Sloan in front of the TI bench. Sloan makes a move. Got some pressure on her, trying to get it out of the zone. She does. Emma comes with her, helps her out. Tries to push it up to Gabby. Gabby's got it on the far wall. Sends it to Emma. Oh. couldn't get her stick on it. They send it back down to center ice. We're at 3.5 minutes left about right now. Oh, a shot. Maddie knocks it down. Comes over here to this side. Here comes Violet. Lydia comes away with it. Looking for a little bit of help. She dumps it into the zone. Minnesota saw a lot of daylight, and that'll be an icing. 3:15 on the clock. Still tied 2-2. Championship game here in Boston. NAHA 2025 tournament. For those of you who might just joined us, TI 14U girls against the Minnesota 2011 Whitecaps. Hadley with the drop. Ainsley, Gia. Puck snaked right over Alexa. She didn't know where it was. Ainsley's there. Gia chips it up to Hadley. Hadley gets a stick on it. TI with a lot of pressure, keeping it in the offensive zone. Comes back out here to Hattie. Hattie from a deep shot. Just a little bit wide. Alexis pinches in. She puts it on net. Hits Gia's skate. Gia looking for a little bit of help. Sends it back here to Alexis. Alexis is going to send it right back in. It's the kneecap of the defender. Hattie's going to send it back in. Goes back down right just outside the post. Goes back below the goal line. Ainsley has the puck. Looking for a little bit of help. Circling around. Trying to turn the corner. Oh, got it. Oh, she picks the pocket. Had her pocket picked, and then she picked the pocket right back. Gia with the backhand centering pass. Didn't make it all the way through. Hattie's got it now. She chips it down with the backhand, down deep into the corner. Minnesota's going to go get it. Hadley back there with some pressure. Ainsley coming in. Sloan's on the ice. Makes a nice play. Dislodges the player from the puck. She's got room. She's going to skate into the zone. She takes the shot. Goaltender save. Nice shot by Sloan. 1:58 left in the game.
The girls do realize we don't want overtime, right?
No, we don't want overtime. All right, Izzy with the drop. It goes back below the goal line. Caroline's there. Izzy chases it down. She's got Ava right behind her. Ava now chasing down the player. Sloan's over on the left. Lydia's on the right. Sloan tries to get it out. It goes back out to the defender. Goes through everybody. Missed the net. Lydia and Izzy back there trying to get it out of here. Izzy does. Oh, Lydia gets it out. Comes right back out. Minnesota holding got 4 players over here in this little zone. And the centering pass is still loose in front. They try to chip it. Didn't get much of that. All right, 1:12 to make something happen. Gia, Hadley, Ainsley, Grace, and Hattie are out there right now. Minnesota parents saying they want another one. They were quiet for about the past 30 minutes. All right, Hattie sends it up on the far side, just out of Gia's reach. Grace comes in with a full head of steam. Goes plowing through. Hadley gets taken out. Gia's going down to the corner. Maddie goes to the bench. Violet comes out with a full head of steam. Here comes Minnesota. Hattie's got it. It's an empty net. 36 seconds left on the clock. TI with the pressure, got it down in the corner. Ainsley's down there with Hadley. Violet's down there. Gia going towards the front of the net. Minnesota just killing time. Hadley comes away with it. Centering pass. Oh, Gia couldn't get it. Grace is there. Centering pass. Loose in front. Comes all the way around, and Hattie couldn't get there in time. 10 seconds left on the clock. Trip. And that's how we're going to end it with a trip and a couple collisions. Well, it was a good tournament. Went 5-1. Only had 4 goals scored in 6 games. And now everybody's going to scramble to catch their flights. All right, well, thanks for tuning in this weekend. Hope everybody had a good time. I don't know what we're doing with the banner ceremony here. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock. Yeah, we got a boogie. All right, the girls are coming out of here so we can all hit the road and catch our flights. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all when we get back home. Until then, see you.